What is going on, everybody? It's the Fronts, and we're here for a talk. Let's talk about last night's finish. Let's talk about WrestleMania Goes Hollywood Night 2's finish. And I've seen a lot of chatter online. I've seen people who agree with it. I see people who are pissed off. I see so many different things, and I just want to give my opinion on here. This is not a review of the show. Let me just tell you about the show for me. The first night was better. The first night felt like a Triple H show. Second night felt like a Vince McMahon show. Oscar should have won. Balor, in my opinion, should have won. But if you think about the story, it's the end of Balor versus Edge. Edge wins, whatever, move on. Other than that, okay, whatever. Let's talk about this match. Let's bring it back a little bit. Let's go back to last year. Last year, middle of the I think it was January or February, Cody Rhodes leaves AEW. He says he's gone, goodbye. He comes back to WWE at WrestleMania. Has himself a match against Seth Rollins, and says his goal coming back to WWE is to win the WWE Championship. Has another match with Seth, beats him again. Goes for a third match inside Hell in a Cell. At Hell in a Cell, tears his pec. Couple days beforehand, tears it all the way off the bone. Okay. Misses the rest of the year. Goes through the rest of the year, which is July, August, September, October, November, December, January. Comes back at the end of January. That's 7 months. He missed 7 months of television. 7 months of pay-per-view. We didn't see him until we get close to the Royal Rumble. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna tell you he's gonna be in the Rumble. Which everyone knew he was going to be, but I think keeping him as a surprise would have been fine. He gets to the Rumble. They say he was cleared on the day of the Rumble, which I don't fucking buy. There is no fucking way WWE is going to sit there and go, yeah, we're going to sit there and put trust in the fact that we're going to have Cody Rhodes cleared in time for Royal Rumble. No fucking way. No way, shape, or form you're going to have Cody Rhodes. Now, he was cleared probably a week beforehand. You're not going to sit there and go in the Rumble and be like, yeah, Cody can't go because of whatever. Then what do? Then who wins the Rumble and who gets the match at WrestleMania? Give me a fucking break. There's no way. Cody wins the Rumble. They put him in at number 30. Number 30. Not number 1. Could you imagine if it would have been Volta and Cody, number 1, number 2, starting off the match, going all the way to the end and being the last 2 left, and then Cody wins? Then you have something to talk about. This motherfucker came into the match. There was like not even 10 people left. Barely struggles in the Royal Rumble. Everyone's gone. Yes, he had that nice 7-minute time with Volta, but majority of the Rumble was already gone by the time he came out. Then we go to the next build. No interaction between him and Roman Reigns for most of the time. They try to do it, and what's the talk? I'm doing it for my dad. Daddy. I'm doing it for my fucking daddy, not myself. Nothing. It's all about Cody and his dad. That was getting so fucking insufferable. So insufferable. The fact that it's all about doing it for his daddy. No adversity. Goes through, he has not lost a match till last night since he's been back in the company. And you expect this guy, first match, first time at the title, to beat the guy who is almost to 1,000 days after guys like Drew McIntyre and Kevin Owens on multiple occasions, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins actually has a win over Roman by disqualification. So there's a match that you have coming up. And you expect this guy who has faced no adversity, has had the easiest fucking road to WrestleMania. Everybody else that Roman Reigns has fought in this title run has had the bloodline attack them, beat them up, and leave them laying, and make them look like they've struggled. Everyone else has struggled to get to where they are. Cody Rhodes comes back to just have no adversity and look like just the strongest person in the fucking world, and that does not sit well with me at all. You come into last night's show. How did anybody watching live at home not see the red flag of Cody Rhodes walking down that aisle, going over, waving to his wife, going over to his wife, giving her a kiss, picking up his daughter, having, like, waving her, like showing, hey, this is my daughter, everyone's going, and then taking his white belt and handing it to Brody Lee Jr. Why did he need to do that before the match? That was red flag number one. Like, that was red flag of he's not winning. There is no fucking way he is winning. Time and time again, when somebody goes and shares a special moment with their child or a special moment with their family before they have a match, they lose. They lose. People say, oh, well, Rey Mysterio and his wife and daughter, they were part of the story. They were already introduced into the story 2 weeks ago. Like last week, not this past Friday, but last week, when Dominic finally got punched by his father. They were introduced, so they are part of the story. Brandy's not been part of the story. Liberty, Brody Jr., none of that was part of the story. That should have been the telltale sign to everybody that Cody Rhodes was losing. Now, you did throw it off a little bit when you had Roman Reigns coming to the ring, and he puts his hand on the Universal title, as if he's saying, well, it's been a fun ride. That right there would have said, oh, this is his final match. This is him. He's no longer going to be Universal Champion. This is him saying goodbye. If Cody Rhodes didn't do what he did beforehand. If you would have not had... We didn't see Brandon. We didn't see Liberty. We didn't see Brody Jr. None of that stuff happened. And we get to see Roman do that. Then you're like, yes. Cody's winning. They just gave you the sign that Roman is losing this match. But they didn't... But Cody... That was the red flag that Cody wasn't winning. Anybody who sits there and goes, oh, it's a great moment, that they have to give Cody the championship after that. Bullshit. I mean, look at Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens the previous night. We see Sami's wife, I think it's Sami's wife, on the show, like after the title match. We didn't see Sami and Kevin come out and see Sami Zayn go over and hug his wife, kiss his wife, or whatever. No. They don't acknowledge her at the show until after the match. That's the telltale sign that Cody was losing. How did nobody else pick up on that but me? I'm literally sitting here like, oh, Cody's fucking losing. There's no way you're doing all this to have Cody win. Like, basically, if Cody was to win, he would have had the match. We wouldn't have seen Brandy. We wouldn't have seen Liberty and anything. Cody would have won. Cody would have went over, grabbed his daughter, grabbed his wife, grabbed Brody Jr., brought them in, which would have been fucking hilarious because they signed contracted talent to the AEW, which Brody Lee Jr. does have a somewhat of a contract in a WWE ring, would have blew the internet's mind. But Cody lost. The match was fantastic. Now, Cody did not win. Cody did not win the title, and Cody did not win the match. But Cody Rhodes won the night. 7 years ago, he left WWE. He left because he was tired of being Stardust. He was tired of being underappreciated. He was tired of working his ass off and being nothing but a jobber. Goes to the Indies, flounders in the Indies, goes latches onto the Bullet Club, and kills their cool factor. They got fucked. Like, him joining the Bullet Club was one of the worst decisions New Japan Pro Wrestling ever did for that group. But helps create All Elite Wrestling. Boxes himself out of the world title picture for absolutely no fucking reason. Books himself into a corner that he was never going to be able to fucking recover. Because the easiest thing would have been, if he would have stayed in AEW, would have been go out there, break the stipulation that you set for yourself, and become AEW champion. That would have been the way to go with that. But he didn't. He left. He wanted to be the guy. He wanted to be the guy. He comes back to WWE and everything as we've seen so far. Now, obviously, his injury hampered everything. This was going to be the final match between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes winning the Rumble. Everything that you saw from the Royal Rumble to now would have been the tail end of the story between Cody and Roman. I guarantee you anything, Cody Rhodes was supposed to be the guy to face off against Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. Roman versus Brock was not the plan. Correct me if I'm wrong, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar was supposed to be done at WrestleMania last year. That was supposed to be it done, over with. He got the belt, Roman and Brock were done. Cody goes down with that injury, people are like, fuck, what do we do? Call in Brock. And we got that awesome scene of the fucking the ring being brought up and everything. and got that. We wouldn't have had that if Cody would have been there, but that would have been the spot for Cody Rhodes to be at if Cody Rhodes wasn't injured. He would have lost there. Cody Rhodes would have been in War Games, too. There ain't no fucking way you're going to tell me you're bringing back War Games to the WWE, a stipulation that Cody's father created, and you weren't going to put him in that match if he wasn't injured. Absolutely would have been in that match. I think it would have been Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, and three other guys. It would not have been Drew, and it wouldn't have been the Brawling Brutes. Because Cody got injured, they had to make things different. But it is what it is. So, Cody, for all we know, Cody Rhodes would have been, and this would have pissed a lot of people off, is like Cody Rhodes would have been the guy. They would have won War Game. They would have been done with War Games. Cody would have got the match at the Royal Rumble. Cody would have lost it probably would have won. So, let's go with what happens next. Clearly, what's happening at Backlash is going to be Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn versus the Bloodline. We got this last year at the end of after Backlash. Going into next thing, we had the Bloodline versus Drew, and two others, and I can't remember who the other two were. I think it was Cody, Drew, and somebody else. I can't fucking remember who the other guy was. We're gonna get that this year too, which is fine. And then we won't see Roman Reigns again until probably Saudi Arabia. Now, if this is Cody, if they want to make this short term to getting it to Cody, Cody gets the match at Saudi Arabia. Cody wins by disqualification. The whole story is the fall of the Bloodline. Here's what needs to happen. This is what needs to happen. Cody gets the title from Roman only after the Bloodline is dismantled and every single loophole in Roman Reigns' story, like Roman Reigns' title reign, to get out of a match with the title needs to be closed. Everything needs to be closed. There are too many loopholes in this for Roman Reigns to get out as champion. He can win by disqualification. He can win by countout. He can win by having the Bloodline help him. He can win so many ways. Jimmy can help him. Jay can help him. Solo can help him. Paul Heyman can help him. So many ways for Roman to get out on top as champion. Cody Rhodes needs to close all of those. So when it's one-on-one, no help, no DQs, no nothing, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Cody wins. Until the Bloodline is dismantled and the Bloodline is gone, Roman Reigns is not losing the championship. I would say you get this from now to WrestleMania next year. You have AJ Styles, you have Randy Orton if he comes back, you have Sheamus, Drew McIntyre can get another shot. He has unfinished business because he got screwed by Solo Sikoa last year at Clash of the Castle and never got a chance again. You have other people as well who could be brought back. You could have, in the next 6 months, in the next 8 months, you could have Johnny Gargano built up to be a challenger for Roman Reigns, another fallen victim. And don't say, oh, Johnny Gargano's too small, he wouldn't stand a chance. He faced Rey Mysterio in a Hell in a Cell for this Universal Championship. What was it, last year? So, yeah, you could build Johnny Gargano up. Bronson Reed could be built up. I would say Walter, but you don't want to have him get beat by Roman Reigns. That's for another time. After the titles are split, Walter could be the guy to take the Universal title, whatever title's on SmackDown or Raw, wherever side he's at, that's not held by Cody Rhodes, and carry that championship after he loses the other one. So, this needs to be a 3-match trilogy. That is it. No more, no less. 3 matches. Cody loses the first one. Cody wins the second one by disqualification. The story of this is Roman can't beat Cody clean. He is going to try and try to put Cody down, but Cody keeps coming back. In the second match, Cody just keeps coming back. The crowd is behind him. The crowd wants him to win. But Roman, the Bloodline is banned from ringside. There is no outside interference. But it's a normal singles match. There is no stipulation other than the fact that the Bloodline and everybody is banned. No one is allowed to interfere in this match. Paul Heyman can't even interfere in this match. And Cody, he keeps hitting Cody with everything, and Cody keeps coming back. So what does Roman Reigns do to keep his championship? Low blow to Cody Rhodes. Yes, it'd be a cheap way to end a pay-per-view, but if you're doing this short term and the goal is to get Cody Rhodes to SummerSlam to win the championship, you do it in Saudi Arabia where you can have Roman Reigns keep the championship on him by the low blowing Cody Rhodes in Saudi Arabia, and it won't hurt anything. Gets the match done. Cody won that match, but because he didn't didn't beat Roman, pin or submit Roman, Roman keeps the championship. The fans should be thinking, Cody's got this. Roman can't put him away. Roman has to do everything he can to keep the championship, and Cody is just one step further. Could they make it a full year? Probably not. I don't trust WWE's booking, even with Triple H, that they could keep the Cody interesting enough to keep the title off of him until WrestleMania 40. So, between now and SummerSlam, if that's where you're going, they need to dismantle the bloodline. And Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam, no Heyman, no Solo, no Jimmy, no Jay, no DQ, no countouts. No way for Roman Reigns to stop Cody. Cody beats Roman at SummerSlam for the championship and gets that big moment he's been looking for. The story for Cody is the winning the title. He didn't say win it at WrestleMania. He wants to win the championship. It doesn't fucking matter where it happens. It can happen at SummerSlam. It could happen at the Royal Rumble. It can happen at WrestleMania 40. It doesn't matter where Cody wins the championship. Would it have been a good feel-good moment? It would have been a moment. A feel-good moment last night for some fans. But in the end, the fans would have turned on Cody very quickly because WWE fans are fickle. And there are a lot of people out there who would have seen this as a rush job. How do you think WWE talent feel? Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, everybody else who's been busting their ass for years. See this guy leave for 6 years, come back, and within a year wins the world title while missing 7 months due to an injury, doing almost absolutely fucking nothing. It would have been an absolute terrible way to have Cody win this title last night. Cody will eventually win. It just wasn't the right time. I think him getting injured is probably a blessing in disguise because I honestly think just having just him coming back 1 year and winning the title would have been just, I think, a little too soon as well. I mean, hell, if they can get him to WrestleMania 40 with the crowd not turning on him, and have Roman be champion going into WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. I've read somewhere someone say something that the whole bloodline thing started in Philadelphia. If that's true, then ending it at Philadelphia would be the absolute, full circle moment. It started here, it ends here. That would be sweet for that. People say, oh, WrestleMania moments mean more than any other time of the year. And it's like, that's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. It's the story for Cody is, the story for Cody returning to WWE and winning the title. Right now, Chapter 1, gonna do this right. Chapter 1 was the return. Chapter 2 was, Chapter 1 was from his return to the injury. Chapter 2 was the recovery. Chapter 3 was his return from injury, winning the Rumble, and that chapter ended last night. We're on Chapter 4. Chapter 4 is the redeem. Coming back from this. Going on to possibly winning. People want to say winning the King of the Ring. I don't think Cody needs King of the Ring. Give that to somebody else. I can see Walter winning King of the Ring. They don't say, and I know what people say is winning King of the Ring should guarantee you the world title match at SummerSlam. Bullshit. No. Let's not do that. Cody does not need King of the Ring. somebody else who is the future. I mean, Austin Theory could win King of the Ring. I mean, King Theory would be stupid. Walter could win King of the Ring, even though he doesn't need it either. There's countless other people who could win King of the Ring. Cody doesn't need it. Cody doesn't need it. Get it to somebody else. And if they're going to do King of the Ring, at least have something that means something instead of just like, oh yeah. And the reason that Xavier Woods' King of the Ring reign didn't last very long, he won King of the Ring and like 3 weeks later he was back to being Xavier Woods, is because Vince McMahon wanted him to turn heel and on New Day, and he said no. Don't tell Vince no. That's all there is to it. But just Cody is in chapter 4 of this long story of winning the title, something his father could never do. The book is titled Cody's Return to WWE and Winning the Championship. If Cody would have went this entire year and won the title this year, like right now, I still think it would have been premature. But I think like he needed to lose and suffer adversity. And don't get me, oh well, he tore his pec and sat out all those times. No. He tore his pec and then won a Hell in a Cell match. That's not facing adversity. This dude has not faced any adversity, even in the time that he was in AEW and in the independent scene. The minute he left WWE, he went to the independents, and every fucking independent that could get a hold of him wanted to put him over in every way, shape, or form. He went to What Culture Pro Wrestling, and they gave him the internet title immediately. That's not facing adversity. He held that internet title for a while. Eventually, he did put over Gabriel Kidd, which eventually it really didn't mean anything. But like, everywhere he went, they wanted to do everything they could with him. He went to New Japan. What happened? They put him in Bullet Club. Worst idea for the Bullet Club they ever did. Kind of killed all the momentum like AJ Styles gave them, but okay. Went to Ring of Honor. What'd they do? Gave him the Ring of Honor World Championship. One of the worst Ring of Honor World Champions of all time. Went to AEW. Could have been the guy. Never was going to be the guy once he said, I don't want to be champion. I don't want to be in the championship title picture if I lose to Chris Jericho. Did that. Won the TNT title 2 times, I think it was. That second title reign killed the TNT Championship. That title has not been the same since he took that title off of Sammy Guevara in Sammy's first reign. I don't blame Sammy, I blame Cody. Leaves AEW because he doesn't want to be a full-fledged heel, even though he claims he was a heel in his final run, which is absolutely bullshit. And then comes back to WWE, and you think that Vince McMahon is going to allow somebody who started a rival promotion to come in and win that championship on their first try? You're joking, right? You're joking. Here's the thing also, is that everyone needs to realize it's all about the follow-up. Cody losing last night depends on the follow-up. If we go to Cody just never sniffs the title picture again, and that was his one and done time, then yeah, they screwed everything up, and I don't know what the fuck they're going to do then. But if they go the right route and they book this right, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes could be one of the greatest trilogy of matches that WWE will ever put on. And it only needs to be a trilogy. Like, it's just, people are like, where do they go from here? How do they build Cody back up? I keep hearing people say Cody Rhodes tells the best stories in the ring and in promos and everything. He's one of the best storytellers in all of professional wrestling. This is the moment for Cody to tell that story and prove that he is the best storyteller in all of professional wrestling. That is all people need to realize, is that Cody has that's how it goes. Cody has to show that he is the best storyteller. He needs to show that he is able to be built back up from this. People are like, oh, his momentum's down, his moment was taken away. No, it wasn't. Last night would have been a cheap moment, and wouldn't have been the right moment at all. Cody coming out of this is only up from here. Cody would have won last night. He hits the top of the mountain, and it's all downhill from there. Now, that's all. That's all I can think of for this. hit that subscribe button if you want to. I don't know when the next video is going to be up on this, but I just had to talk about this because, let's be honest, people who are upset and pissed off or mad or say this is like Cody's buried. No, if Cody would have been buried, Cody would have went in there, had a 5-minute match. Roman Reigns hits three Superman punches, 2 spears, and beats Cody Rhodes in less than 5 minutes. That would have been a burial. Cody Rhodes, like, they're setting the seeds for Cody Rhodes. Roman Reigns can't beat Cody on his own. Cody needs to win the next match between these two by disqualification, further solidifying that Roman can't beat Cody on his own, or he can't beat him clean. That's what needs to happen. Cody needs to win the second match by disqualification to justify a third. The third match should take a while to cut to as well. In between that time, AJ Styles, when he comes back, you got Seth Rollins, who has unfinished business. You have Randy Orton when he comes back. You have so many other things that could happen. Sheamus, Drew McIntyre. If they want to have Walter, I would not do Walter because you do not want Walter losing. If he wasn't going to lose last night, you do not want Walter being fed to Roman Reigns. That would be the biggest mistake of that guy's career. Just so many things can happen. But for now, all we can do is look forward to Backlash and what they do between now and Backlash. That is all we can do. But if you want to give me your opinion down below, what you think, and I will talk to you in the comments. Until then, hit that subscribe button, comment down below, and I'll see you guys later.